Welcome to the junkyard.
Okay.
It's a sad junkyard day today. The
Yeah.
vibes are down.
My ideas have been rejected, so
It's
Rejected
alright.
and confused.
So-
That's how I describe
so-
sophomore year.
so
What?
I have to be dejected. I have decided to be dejected for today's intro.
Jake
Oh.
Paul and Mike Tyson
What?
is happening
Why?
today.
Get excited.
That's not what I
It's
said.
happening today.
Oh, but this episode will be up like a week afterwards.
Yeah.
I know.
Guys,
Guys,
comment down
leave your
below
predictions
who
in the
won.
comments.
Who won? Who you
Make
think
sure to let
won?
Matthew know, because Matthew doesn't have internet outside of these episodes. So if you want to make
You
sure to
know.
let him know, and we can
Yeah.
tell him off the
No, 'cause
comments next
No one's gonna
podcast.
tell him. No one's gonna
Yeah.
tell him.
No one's gonna
who
tell
won.
him.
No
I'm
one's
not
gonna tell him who won.
I'm not gonna
I
tell
would
him.
tell you,
I'm not
Matthew.
gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him. That's for the
So-
comments to do.
Our favorite new segment is here, and this time it is not Matthew leading the charge. We have
Yippee.
Director Debate! That's
Mhm.
what you have
So
to say
wait,
it with that inflection.
How this works? I'm asking a clarifying question.
Okay.
Are Will and I presenting our directors, and
Yes.
then we all decide who wins, or are
Yes.
we giving
Yes.
our arguments to each
No,
other? Or Will
well,
and I
I mean-
debating?
I mean,
Or
I
Will
think
and
we
debating?
can.
It's a
I think we
mix.
could present
It's a
our
mix.
idea, but like you don't actually have to vote for who you chose. Like if you
That's what I
chose
was saying.
someone, yeah, you don't have to. You can like give some movies and be like, "Here's why I chose them." But
Okay,
that
okay,
doesn't
okay.
mean you have to choose
Because
them.
Convince
okay,
me.
yeah.
Will,
Because I'm-
Will, Will,
okay,
better.
so I
Will gave this
Ready,
idea
gang?
last episode. That's why we're
I-
doing it this way now.
yes, I did have the idea, and I think this was more people talking. I chose possibly my favorite director, if not one of my favorites. I bring to you all Matt Reeves today. Very well known for the Planet of the Apes trilogy, for The Batman, which is one of my favorite movies. I didn't know he directed Cloverfield, but I found that out when I was looking him up. Very respected, very well-known director, and he's currently working on The Batman Part 2, and I think didn't he also make the Penguin show that just came out?
He helped produce and direct some
Yeah.
episodes.
So wonderful director, and even if you know some of his older stuff, like Noah and I and maybe someone else watched Let Me In once,
It's a vampire movie.
which was an old
Right?
vampire movie starring
Yeah.
Chloe Grace Moretz. Yep.
It was pretty good.
And that's like one of his first movies, and even that one was pretty good. So that's who I present to the floor.
Yeah, when Will told me who he was bringing to the floor, I was almost gonna pick one of my favorite directors as an opposition, but I figured they were just kind of incomparable, so I decided I was gonna more go from a director I liked, but who was more on the same level as Matt Reeves in terms of like what kinds of movies they make. And I am presenting Denis Villeneuve, director of both the recent Dune movies, Blade Runner 2049. Incendies, Sicario, Arrival, Prisoners, Enemy.
So
those
Noah
are-
just
those-
wanted
those-
to win, basically.
those
so
are
he
some of his
chose
favorite
the
movies.
best
Yeah, Noah just
I actually
went,
thought we were gonna. I thought we were gonna go Matt Reeves on this one.
Well,
Honestly.
Dune
just,
1 and
just purely
2.
because of Batman and
So,
Planet of the Apes.
confession, I still have not seen either of the Dune movies. I still need to finish reading
See?
the book because I'm on like page 100 or something.
Okay.
So from here, right now Matt Reeves has got it
Okay.
in the bag.
Okay, so we have a big old point for Matt
Yeah,
Reeves,
because I have seen The Batman.
and it's great. It's amazing.
It
Well,
was
I
a
think-
good
I think-
movie.
I think
It had
Dune,
Nirvana in it.
I think Dune 1 and 2 is better than anything Matt Reeves has ever done. Not that he's a bad director or that his other movies are bad, but it's just like different levels, you know what I mean?
I think we got to consider filmography here, because I feel like Matt Reeves he has a pretty. I think the thing about both these directors and kind of why I picked Dennis is because they both have like kind of like a medium sized filmography, but like two
they're, like,
to
bangers.
three,
Yeah.
like 3 of their movies are like really popular and like
I
really
think-
famous, and they both have like similar ish styles. That's kind of what I was thinking here, because like for Matt, we have Batman and Planet of the Apes, and then we have Dune and Blade Runner 2049 on the other hand.
I feel like that is a tough matchup. I'm trying to think, because unarguably, Dune 1 is good. Do not misunderstand me. Do not misunderstand what I'm about to say. I don't think that Dune 1 by itself stands against any Matt Reeves movie, at least out of the Batman or any of the 2 Planet of the Apes that he directed, in my personal opinion. Dune 2 is a strong contender. Like, that movie is amazing. And like, arguably like one of the best movies that has come out in the last few years. But I don't know. I don't know if I rank it because I guess for me, I'm a big fan of when I think I talked about this last week. When I look at a director, I like to think, if I'm watching their movie, and I'm not saying that Denis Villeneuve doesn't have a distinctive style, but for me, Matt Reeves' style comes through more in the Batman and in both of the Planet of the Apes movies that he did.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Okay, yeah, I'll let Matthew go first.
I like Dune 1, and this is weird, right? This is weird, but I like Dune 1 more than Dune 2 personally. And then my other thing I wanted to say is I don't know. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I think the Planet of the Apes movies are good. I just feel like there are certain parts of them that I don't like. But I'm not gonna elaborate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second half of the first movie, I didn't like
But the
that
first
much.
movie is not a Matt Reeves movie.
That's
Wait, really?
Rupert.
Yeah,
Which one did
something.
who did that?
He did this like Rupert Green or something like
Something
that.
like that. But Matt Reeves did Dawn and War.
I'll
So
look
2
up.
and 3.
Yeah.
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 The two
I'll
that
look
you
up
Those
like,
are the
right?
better ones anyway.
Yeah.
You like those ones.
Rupert
Yeah.
Wyatt. Rupert Wyatt.
Yeah,
not
that's what it
Rupert
is.
Green.
The guy, yeah. I was kind of go against Will's point here. I was thinking, because I'm gonna use the examples of like both Dunes and Blade Runner versus the last two Planet of the Apes and the Batman. I see more of a stylistic crossover in those, I guess, three Denis Villeneuve movies. More like I see more of it in that versus in Matt Reeves, because with Villeneuve's I see sound design and color specifically, like that, like when it comes to style, like the oranges in both Dunes and even in Blade Runner in the beginning and in the end, and then like the neons in Blade Runner, like in the Are You Lonely? I Can Fix That part, like a lot of the color,
The lighting.
stuff, the colors, yeah, like the lighting it is very stylistic to Dennis in that, and then
I feel like Matt Reeves does the exact same thing.
along with that. But what I'm gonna say, because in the Batman, the lighting is like really evident. Like he's got the reds and he's got the nightclub stuff and he's got like all of that. But I don't see a lot of that in his two Planet of the Apes movies. Like
I feel like it's hard.
It's a lot more muted tones.
It's hard because I
his
haven't
movies.
recently watched those movies and taken notes on it or anything like that. But I definitely feel like and again, I can't really substantiate this, but I feel like I remember there being a lot of usage of specific color and lighting, a lot spread out, and maybe not quite to the extent that is present in The Batman, but I don't know. I feel like my problem is I haven't seen 2049. I've only seen Dune 1 and 2. Those are the only two Villeneuve movies I've seen, but I've seen a lot more Matt Reeves movies.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of hard for someone to get over.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I have seen 100% more Matt Reeves movies than I have Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah. I don't
Isn't
know.
it Denis?
Is it?
I think it is. I think it is Denis
I was just
Villeneuve.
following what Noah said. If I was offensive towards French people, it's Noah's fault. As
I don't
we
think
know,
he-
he hates the
the
French.
French
No,
people.
he's
yeah.
not-
Screw the French. We
he's
don't
not
care about
French.
him.
He's Canadian. He's French Canadian.
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
Okay, anyway, it's
I guess.
just not
Never
matter.
mind. Never mind.
Should we move on to voting, or do we have more arguments to present? Matthew's
No
telling
one's
Or
looking up if
Never mind,
he's
Noah's
French or not.
Because I feel like French.
Why is
cause-
Netflix
'cause
telling me to watch Jake Paul versus
Villeneuve does not sound like a very French last name.
It
only
looks
because
French to me.
Well,
because of-
he
because-
is.
because
Have
of
you
the
seen an interview with him?
Just because of the no, I've actually never heard him speak.
He has
no.
a very distinctive Canadian French accent.
Okay. It's just because the word Nueve, I thought that was like a Spanish more like.
No,
No,
that's spelled French-like.
no, no. You're a French boy. You should know this.
Well, I just don't know. I've never heard.
Okay.
the word
Anyway, it doesn't
Nueve.
matter. Any more points from anyone, or are we voting?
Well, we're not the ones making the argument, so we'll just vote.
Yeah,
Okay.
convince me.
I mean, it's hard to
Sweeten the
convince
deal.
Caden to
That.
my side. Like, I
Sweeten
can't
the
really,
deal a little.
I can't really proselytize you considering you've never seen
Caden, you
a
have
Villeneuve
you've seen no
movie.
movies. It's
I
Caden.
think yeah. I'm gonna go for Matt. I know it's my own candidate, but I think Matt Reeves is a fantastic director.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Matt Reeves.
Shocking. Shocking.
Matthew.
I'm gonna go with Dennis.
Okay.
My boy Denis.
I'm still thinking because like I really like both of the movies that Will has talked about, like the main ones from Matt Reeves more than Blade Runner, even though I really like the Blade Runner sequel. But I do also really love both Dune movies. So I mean, it's a little bit. I'm gonna have to go with Matt on this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah!
Which I kind of came into this with that idea. Just
I had a feeling once I texted Noah Matt Reeves, I was like, I have a feeling that, like, because you and I have spent time discussing how much we like Matt Reeves before.
Yeah, it's
So-
I had to bring someone to the table, even though I really like
Like a
Dennis.
strong contender.
I
Yeah.
think, like they're very comparable directors.
Yeah.
I almost brought Wes Anderson into this,
Yeah.
but I just feel like his movies just aren't like
Are very
you
different.
can't compare them.
That would have been some psychological warfare. Because my
I
favorite
think
movie is
Wes
Anderson
would have
movie.
won out on that one.
I don't know.
I've seen so many Wes Anderson movies; it would have won for me. But it's just like I don't feel like they're comparable movies just because of
Yeah.
how like.
No, I think it was a good.
Kinds.
Well, we can save Wes for a different day.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was
indeed.
this director debate.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna say
next
that now.
week's will be me and Caden, so
Oh
Okay.
boy,
look forward to
I
that
actually
one.
have to look for stuff.
Caden, you actually have to watch a movie for the first
I
time.
have to watch
he has to watch a
movies.
movie for the first time in his life. I'm like beating
Um,
up I'm beating up the kid who can't defend himself at school.
This is hurtful. This is
I
harmful.
mean, Caden just has to pick a director that me and Noah like, and then we'll jump in for it.
Yes.
So.
We'll have to bribe him on the side.
Yeah. Okay. So our first point after director debate today, why is there two? What
I
the
don't
hell is
know.
happening?
I don't know.
Our notes are doubled for some reason. Anyway,
Don't pay
Um,
attention.
I'm paying
uh,
attention.
there's this idea that I've talked about a lot with my drumline compatriots. So I just wanted to ask you guys how you feel about it and if you've experienced this at all. But the idea that as you keep getting older, time appears to just keep moving faster and faster and faster. Like I remember when I was even in freshman year of high school, like school year felt so long.
Took forever.
Like it never
Yeah.
felt like it was ending. And then like senior year of high school,
Went
like
pretty
that
fast.
literally just disappeared. Or like the fact that we're already almost done with
Or
our
Three
freshman
semester
year
of
of
weeks,
college.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
think,
insane.
I think the reason for that is that the older you get, the more you live week to week, month to month. Whereas
True.
like when you're
Rather than
younger,
day to
you
day.
live like by the day. Like you
Yeah,
like
that's true. That's
you
true.
really focus on what's happening in your day. Whereas like the older you get and the more responsibilities you have, and the more you think about deadlines and like what's happening in the future, you're living like week by week. You're like, okay, I just gotta get to the end of this week, and then then it'll be I'll have to be the weekend. I'll be doing this and this and this and
That's
that.
definitely a mindset that starts, I want to say, in like for sure high school. Like you're
Yeah.
working towards the weekend, to quote
Yeah.
the song, that one song.
Is
Everybody's
that a song by
working for the
Loverboy?
week.
By Loverboy?
I believe so.
Is that a
Yeah.
Loverboy song? Like
really
the guy who did Oh no, I'm thinking of the song Loverboy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
by,
yeah.
by,
Sorry.
by Montgomery.
See
Yeah.
see you later, boy.
Yep, Skater Boy.
Loverboy is
Avril
not
Lavigne.
Billy
Wait, no,
Montgomery.
are you thinking Mr. Loverman or Loverboy? The song.
I don't know.
But Ricky
I
think-
Montgomery. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
I'm talking about what am
I don't know.
AWOL. I'm talking about AWOL.
Uh,
You can
AWOL
call me
Nation?
Loverboy.
Sail by AWOL Nation?
Whatever. But yeah, continue.
You
Um,
just start going where it's like Monday and you're like, just gotta make it till Friday. Friday
Yeah,
afternoon.
I really feel that, like in college right now, like I'm fighting my way through the week, and then the weekend is like, oh, there's my weekend. Like
Yeah.
this weekend, I basically don't have a weekend this weekend, which I'm
think
not
I'm
very
going to the
excited
beach.
for.
I'm thinking I'm going to
I
the
have to
beach
be
this weekend.
up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That's disgusting.
Because there's a football game for Northwestern at Wrigley Field.
In the
Oh,
morning?
that's
So-
cool. That's cool.
You don't like
the
it
game-
during the day?
Well, I have to do pre-game rehearsal at
Yeah, no.
Wrigley.
They're
pre-gaming!
I just
They're
it's a
pre-gaming.
during the day game.
Yeah, the kickoff's at like I want to say 11 maybe.
Jesus.
Yeah, which you know, a week from now, people will know how that went. Obviously, obviously, Northwestern's gonna beat the #2 team in college football. Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, we take these W's.
They're headed straight for the floor.
Hey, hey,
Yeah. Northwestern's about to get 50-0'd.
hey, hey, hey. Hey, don't say that. We're gonna just listen. The Cats. You need an O to spell loser. Do you know what has an O? You know it has two O's? Ohio. Bitch.
What?
That's my code. That's my code right there. But anyway, point is, yeah, I feel like I value like my free time a lot more. And now that I have less of it, I'm like always working towards the next time I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah,
the
yeah, no.
schedule's kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
hacked.
Let me tell you, next semester, sorry, I have a lot of free time, but it's because I have early morning classes stuff, right? But I swear to God, next semester I am not having a class that starts before 9:30. I cannot handle this anymore.
I
You
don't
know
know
how
how
many
classes starts
times?
before
Yeah.
10:30.
You know
Yeah.
how many times I've slept through my 8:30 class, or I've woken up a minute before my 9 a.m. class?
Yeah, no, I'm trying desperately. I have a 9 a.m. class and it's part of the sequence. So I'm desperately trying to get that pushed back to a later like section of the sequence next quarter and the quarter after. But we'll just have to find out.
My schedule next semester is so good.
Did you guys already register? Cuz
Yeah, I
Yeah.
register in like 6 days.
I register on Thursday.
I registered on Wednesday.
I registered last week, I think.
Damn.
I have one Friday class and it's at 10:30, and it's a discussion.
Good
It's
for
like an
you.
hour. It's pretty awesome.
This dude is at fun
Yes.
camp.
And it's my
Noah-
earliest class.
Noah,
Earliest class
Your
at
earliest
10:30.
class at 10:30 in the
Yeah,
morning.
it's 10:35
Fuck
in the morning.
you.
One
Fuck
day a week.
you.
This dude does not go to school. Bro shows up to summer camp and they give him a chocolate bar and he's like,
I don't know. I like the earlier classes because I feel like I have a lot more time in my
No,
day.
I can't handle
The
it anymore.
problem with them is waking up.
Yes.
I'm a big night owl, so it's just not in the cards.
I'm a night
Yeah.
owl too.
Well, so
I
am
still
I.
wake up for my early morning class.
Yeah.
And I've been getting up at 5:30 in the morning for the past 12 years. I think I deserve it. I think I deserve it.
Well, you
Bro's
see,
at
unlike
fun.
fun camp, we
I
don't
think
get that opportunity.
I've been on that grind, that early morning grind for 12 years. I think I
Although
deserve it.
although scheduling labs for next semester, like the earliest lab time I could get was 11 to
Oh,
2 p.m.
yeah.
Like what
That's a
are we
huge
doing
chunk.
here?
That is a
What are we
huge
doing?
Labs,
chunk.
labs
of
just
time.
take that long.
That's
On
insane.
Yeah.
Tuesday,
That's
on a
insane.
Tuesday.
But they
That's how
don't
labs are.
they don't necessarily take that whole
Yeah.
like period. It just is like
Well, no, I know how labs work. I'm just like,
Yeah,
it's just
I'm
insane
an
amount of
engineering student. I don't need to be explained.
I'm not
I have a-
explaining to you, Matthew. I just feel like Will's not taking a science class, are you?
time. Well, I'm in astronomy right now.
Yeah, where's your astronomy
Um,
lab?
there is not one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I do have to take another science class at some point. I'm not gonna do it next quarter, but maybe the quarter after.
Yeah, a comparable thing from me is that we have to do like a creative writing workshop, and mine's from like 6:30 to 9:30 at night.
Why would you do that to yourself?
That is such an
Yeah.
insane.
It's
amount
it's
of
on
time.
Thursdays. Like it's just one day a
Whenever
week.
I'm
it's
on
another
Oh yeah,
day.
Thursdays.
Whenever I'm on
What?
campus,
When does that change?
Fuck
It's-
Thursday. Like,
It's
what?
on Thursday, so like you know.
I mean, I guess I can't really talk. I spend 10 hours a week doing marching band, so I
Yeah.
can't
well,
really. I
whenever
can't
I'm
really
on
talk.
campus past like 5 o'clock, I always feel like I shouldn't be there. Like I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, cause I like we
Those are
have
the only
this, like,
times the lab's off.
we have this project like for Solar Tracker where it's like we have to do circuitry and code, and we have no clue which one's our problem right now. And so we've been like trying to get it done at like 6 p.m. at night, and it just hasn't been working. That's all I'm gonna
Only
say.
time I'm on campus at night is sometimes one of my classes has extra lectures that are like required. There's only like 2 this semester, but I went to one and it was at 7:30 at night, and I just felt so wrong. Like I walked my way into the art building, I sat down, and I was like, it's nighttime. I don't need to be in school.
I'm on campus at night, like all the time.
Like when you
It's
go
very,
into a
very,
building,
very normal.
when you go into a building and it's light outside, and then you come out and it's
And
like
it's
pitch black, you're like, what happened?
No, I'm not
here?
doing that. That's
I
evil.
mean,
I mean,
I have 7 to 9 rehearsals twice a week. We'll do that. I'm not phased by that.
the
even
sun sets pretty early here. So I have classes I have a class 2 this week that ends at 6:20, so it's like dark basically by the time I'm there.
I mean,
It's definitely
the
dark when I
sun, the
leave,
sun's been
so.
setting here at like 5:45. Like,
When is our
it's calm.
sunset? Like 6 something.
Yeah,
How much of
but
a winter do you experience? Like any?
It gets kind of chilly. Today has a low of 74.
oh my god.
How chilly?
chilly.
That's
how
that's
chilly?
sweatshirt. No, you don't understand. That's sweatshirt weather. If the wind is blowing, that you get chilled.
Don't talk to me about wind, bro.
Yeah, do not talk to Will and I
do
about
not
wind.
talk to me about wind.
Why
Do you know
would I
the Do you know the Lake Michigan wind chill, bro?
Dude,
I'm not excited.
Don't talk to Will and I about wind chill, bro. You don't know what it's like.
It
You don't
gets
know.
pretty-
You don't know
it gets
what it's
pretty
like.
chilly.
I think we do.
You don't know what it's like out here.
We're
I
from
wore
North.
You
jeans
don't
the
know
other
what
day.
it's like out here.
I wore pants the other day. I wore jeans.
It's like this
And
kid
it's
Can the
isn't
microphone
from like.
pick up that I'm clapping right now for how brave Caden is for going outside in pants?
Well, I feel
Really,
like
it
y'all.
was-
I feel like y'all are overreacting here. Kenny grew up in like the Pacific Northwest, so
I can
He's
bully
fine.
Caden.
He was born in Arizona.
well, like I said, he grew up.
I did spend past 9 years
I
in
think
Pacific
the-
Northwest.
I think the best running bit is that we never actually say where we're from.
Yeah, Kanan's a kid, by the way.
Am I? Am I a kid,
Yeah.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
15 years old.
15. Dang. I'm just so
yes,
impressive. I'm
I'm
at
glad we
college at
can-
age 15.
Shut up. I'm glad we can all agree that time is passing faster.
Wow, I'm excited for this next point, but I won't spoil it.
What
I'll
is the
let, I'll
next
let
point?
somebody introduce
Is
it.
it? Is it mine? Is it?
Is
mine?
it the one about the dive theories about Earth?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's mine. It's mine. I'm so
Oh.
excited. I am so excited about this. Let me tell you.
Guys, he's excited.
I'm so excited. Okay, so I was
Bro, you
watching
better
a
tell
YouTube
me that
video.
there's an ice wall.
No. Okay, so
Woman.
to preface, I'm not gonna talk about flat Earth theory because it's boring.
Thank God.
Because it's boring. No,
boo,
these are so much
boo.
better. These are so much better.
Dude, I'm
Okay.
excited for
I
like
was-
the hollow Earth theories.
Yes,
Like,
that's
where
the,
there's
that's the first
dinosaurs?
one.
Let
That's
him-
the
let
fir-
him get to
That's
it,
the
bro.
first one. That's the
Stop
first
talking,
one.
Matthew,
Okay.
bro.
So I was watching a YouTube video earlier. Shout out Curtis Connor. I really like Curtis Connor. But he was doing a video about when did conspiracy theories get so crazy, and he was comparing old conspiracy theories to new ones.
I feel like
These
they've
are
always been pretty
conspiracy theories.
insane.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
he came to the conclusion, yeah, they've just kind of always been crazy. But the problem is that since people have access to the media so much, people believe new ones more often, and therefore it's more
Yeah.
dangerous.
No, there's some really crazy ones from.
But
like,
there
back
are
in
some
the-
crazy ones, and so I have one old and one new one, and they both revolve around like the nature of our planet. So Agartha is the old one. It's an old one, and Loosh is a new one.
Whoosh, like
Okay.
splooge.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. I'm
yeah,
gonna be No, I'm gonna be real with you. When I read the notes, I thought
Sploosh.
that said Agatha. And I thought you were about
It
to
did,
bring
it
up
did.
Agatha all along.
That's
So
I was
it's-
like, what the
that's
hell?
also what I thought.
It did say Agatha at first because it auto corrected the Agatha, and I didn't notice.
And then I was
until
trying to
recently, and
figure
then I
out.
changed it.
I was trying to figure out what Loosh was an abbreviation
You're
for.
gonna find it's not.
No,
abbreviation, but
no.
you're...
I meant for like a show. I thought it was
Oh.
2 shows you were
Wait,
gonna
is
bring up.
sploosh the stuff they eat in holes? Is that the?
Yes, yes,
Yes?
it is.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
okay.
Yes, it is.
Yes, thank you.
Curtis Connor made that point in his video. He
Okay,
talked about-
perfect. I'm ahead. I'm 12 steps
He's
ahead.
ahead of the game.
Alright,
So
alright.
Agartha.
I think we all are ahead of the game. We all know what
It
Noah's about to tell us.
involves the Hollow Earth theory. It's often closely linked, and it's also often closely linked with Shambhala, which is like
Hell yeah.
which is like the idea of like this hidden city. So
Like Atlantis.
basically, I mean,
Atlantis.
it's not too like crazy in depth. Like there's not really any story to tell, but like there's just kind of like lore to go about it. And
Lore.
there's like this famous like interview with this guy where he's just pulling shit out of his ass about what happens in Agartha. And so basically, it's this city made of crystal that
Real?
is like in the planet, and apparently this guy. There was like a myth that this guy named like Bird flew a plane into it and like found it, but apparently he never said that. They just made that up. But basically, there's like different races down there that like live in coexistence like under the planet, and one of them is like a raptor species. Like
Do
and
we
they're
have
like
mole
they're
people?
like underneath this one race I'll talk about. They're like the top dogs, I think. Like these
Well,
raptor
more
guys
people are
the top
actually
dogs.
got-
real.
we got
like in
lizard folk.
LA. Like in
Yeah,
LA.
And
Mole
then,
What do you mean mole
um,
people are real? What?
Yeah, wait, what magic?
Wait, hold on. Let me explain myself. So in
interrupting my
LA,
point.
I'm
so
sorry,
in
no,
LA,
I'm sorry.
so in LA, there's like these sewer people that live
Noah's
in the
mad right now.
sewer, and they've been
Noah is
deemed
seething.
mole people, and supposedly there's a mole king.
So it's just humans living in the sewer?
Yeah, and they're called mole
Okay.
people.
Okay.
That seems kind of fucked up to
That
call them
does
mole
feel
people.
That's
a
what
bit wrong.
that's what LA calls them. They
Call
call them the mole people.
Yeah, the city of LA has made a public declaration to call them mole people. If
Hey,
you call them anything else, you will get kicked out.
no, you'll get shot.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Continue, Noah,
Yeah,
please.
Okay.
no, please.
And then there's like these bug people, and they kind of like similar to ants, and
Oh, Matthew?
yeah. And so and then
Wait,
there's
what?
there's another part of it where like there's like the main race of people who are refugees from the lost city of Atlantis when it
I was
sunk.
right! No, I was fucking right. I called
He was
it.
right on
Wait,
it.
did you say that? Where did you
I
say
said
that?
Atlantis.
Oh, you did. Yeah. So the top dogs are the refugees from Atlantis.
Wait,
when it sunk.
refugees are the top dogs here? That's
That's-
good for them.
that's-
I think
Good for them.
because here's the thing, because here's the reason why I think they're the top dogs, because I can't remember what they said exactly, but there's this sentiment that they look like Aryan people, like that's what the Atlanteans look like.
Oh no.
And so there's this trend that has been going around where it's like, am I the new king of Agartha? And it's like this like blonde haired white guy
Oh,
with blue eyes.
no!
And it's like subtly pushing like anti-Semitic like
No!
What
and
the
it's
fuck?
like crazy. So like there's these Aryan top dogs from Atlantis who are just like ruling the earth from the inside.
Atlanteans being Aryan was not on my bingo sheet for this.
That rule that
so
subjugate a class of ants and rafters and
yeah, and
Oh
like
my
this
God.
random fucking in
The
a city of
Aryans
crystal.
subjugating raptors in a city of crystal is actually
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yes,
Okay, so-
it is fucking insane. And you enter it like I think it's I don't remember if it's both of the poles or just one of them specifically, but you have to get to it through like the poles.
Guys, road trip.
we
We can vlog
They,
our
like,
experience.
We gotta go.
we already had an idea like this, Kanan, but not
Do
like
they,
to this
like-
grand.
Do they have to like crash a ship like Jack from Bioshock and they like find this? They find a,
Yeah,
a
so
lighthouse and they.
The guy, no, okay, not like the lighthouse, but I know what you're talking about. No, he like this guy Bird. They said he flew in a plane, of course, because last name's Bird, and he
We
found
knew
it.
we knew a bird who flew a plane, but
He found it, I guess, by flying into the cave. And apparently, there's like this video this guy posted on TikTok of him like guys, look, I found Agartha. It's just like a cave in the ground. You can't like see anything. It's just a fucking hole in the
Bro.
ground.
Agartha,
Well,
pull up
as
Nemo
we all know,
homies.
that is definitely the government trying to
Yes, yes, it is.
restrict access to Agartha.
Mhm. Yes, it's a government conspiracy.
Yeah,
Matthew
Um,
believes in Agartha. That's what we're trying to say.
And
I do.
you're also not Aryan.
I mean, he's the closest out of the four of us, but still not.
I guess I don't know. I'm trying to like find. There's like books written about it. Like this French guy like wrote a book about it.
Wait, there is a city underneath the ground.
Yeah,
That's
his
what
name
the French are like.
is Santive. He like wrote a book.
Santive.
Mission de l'Homme d'Europe. En
Oh,
Europe.
ooh,
It's
I
Mission
should
of
read
the
it.
Interior
Should I
or
translate it?
something.
Should I translate it?
Yeah, maybe.
That could be my French final project.
Um,
Translating the book about Agartha.
Apparently, so Santive was the guy who wrote the book. He's like, while Santive was the first Westerner to write about Agartha, he would not be the last. In 1908, prior to the republication of Santive's Mission de l'Homme en Europe, American writer Willis George Emerson published The Smoky God, which purported to be a true account of a Norwegian sailor named Olaf Jansen, who passed through an entrance to the hollow earth at North Pole and lived among the inhabitants there for 2 years.
Do you
Wow.
think he's
Did he
related
get
to
kicked
Ralph
out?
Waldo Emerson?
Probably not.
Some people think that it was after the First World War, German occultists, like Nazis, like began to incorporate some of like these ideas.
They would do very well with those ideas.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm trying to. There's like
I
there's
feel
not
like
there's weird there's not a lot of information on the internet about like the actual city and like what like goes on. It's mostly like how it happened and like how people think like how they came up with it.
I'm very, very, very willing to believe that this was hijacked by the Nazi propaganda machine, and that's why there being Aryans is one of the most well-known things about it. Like I
Well, yeah.
fully believe that.
This is a very occultist, like it's very occult. It's very involved in the occult, which like it's common knowledge that Nazis were very involved in that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so yeah, there's that, and so I don't have much else on that. But then we have Loosh.
Please tell me what Loosh is.
I gotta tell you what Loosh is. So
It's
Loosh,
Loosh.
do you want me to define what Loosh is, or just start from the beginning of the story?
Man, it's
Like,
your fucking story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Choose.
Okay, so Loosh is the energy that we give off when we feel emotions.
Okay.
And so
Alright.
this is also known as the prison planet theory, where there are, I'm not fucking kidding, there are extraterrestrial, not like the alien sense, but there's extraterrestrial beings,
Mhm.
like astral gods, that
Holy shit, this is
Create-
wild, chat.
that created our planet to foster the energy that we give off, which is Loosh, when we feel
Oh,
emotions.
I've heard of this one before.
Which
When-
you may be wondering, this sounds familiar, and that's because that's the plot of Monsters, Inc.
I mean, like, yeah.
But
I
it's still a
guess.
theory. It's still a theory. It's still a theory. And
Guys,
so,
Monsters Inc. real 2024.
yeah,
When
Yeah,
Sully
yeah.
comes out of my closet, no, I'm not gay. It's Sully.
it's funny because
Wait, what?
the guy, like one of like the main like purporters of this theory is named Monroe, and Curtis Connor in the video I was watching was like,
As in,
if
like,
you,
the president?
if you look at Monsters or Monsters Inc., if you find you can find the word Monroe in Monsters Inc.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's
It was pretty fun. It was
crazy.
pretty fun.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
here's my
yeah.
question.
So like when you
Um,
feel anger and sadness and happiness,
Yeah.
like, this gives off a Loosh.
Yeah.
So my
Your-
question:
Your aura, your energy.
How-
Yes.
How
That's
the
why they're
fuck?
trying to get you to max your aura.
Like,
Yeah.
what's? Because Agartha, like, you know, you can point like there's a cave, and like, you know, people have been passing this down
There's a
for
cave.
generations. Like, how the fuck is anyone like proving this? Like, what's the evidence?
We can I didn't look
No,
quite
but
the evidence.
I would honestly argue this is easier to prove.
Yeah,
No,
Will,
it's
what?
not.
Will,
No,
Will,
it is
have you not?
fucking
No,
not.
no,
Agartha.
calm down.
No.
Will, have you not been able to sense other people's loosh around?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you're sensing loosh, Caden? You're sensing
Yeah.
lots of loosh in
I've
your
been,
bed?
I've
No,
been
but-
sensing my loosh all like my whole
Oh,
life.
I'm sure you have been
Let me
sensing
explain my
loosh your whole
thought here
life.
real quick. Let me explain my thought here real quick. We know what's in the center of the earth. It's like an iron core. We don't know what's in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Point
it talks
proven.
about it talks
Point
about
proven.
like astral reconstruction.
Yeah, like, that's a
Where-
buzzword. That is a fucking. That does not mean anything.
Yes, it does.
They took reconstruction and as like
They were like
Let
the
me-
South
astral-
Reconstruction.
Let me just read you this paragraph. This comes from
Okay.
the AscensionGlossary.com.
Let him read it.
Yeah.
Let him read it.
Recent Guardian projects, which is this. What that means is there's this thing called the Guardian Alliance, which is directed by the Elohim Emerald Order Brno, who support the Guardians incarnated on the Earth. So these
You know-
recent Guardian projects have extended into the astral plane level of reality of the Soul Matrix timeline.
wait, you know Elohim?
Guys.
Is
Like,
it-
you
wait,
can't
wait,
say
did they
this
state-
means anything.
The Soul
wait,
Matrix
Noah, wait,
timeline.
hold on. Noah, did you say Elohim?
Yeah, like God,
Like that guy
like God, like it's like God.
The Mormons are in
Yeah.
this shit.
You know what this
Um,
reminds me of? This reminds me of hold on. I need to find what this movement is called. It's this
Oh wait, the
the
people where
secret
they kill
space program.
themselves?
No, have you heard about the secret
Oh.
space program? Okay.
No.
If Noah wants to finish talking about this, I will bring up the secret space program.
Okay, yeah. So, level of reality, the Soul Matrix timelines, in which exploration of extensive artificial architecture was located and found to be used to harvest loosh and enslave humanity on the soul planes, through assorted ideological
Obviously.
systems being reinforced through organizations. These make up extensive organizational structures like corporations, churches, hospitals, medical institutes, internet technology, pharmaceutical companies, and many other systems that are used with the negative purpose to control the human collective consciousness via perceptions of reality from the astral and 3D matter planes.
The astral 3D matter plane.
Effectively, what has
That's
been
just called
revealed is that
space.
effectively what has been revealed is that the same massive megacorporation organizational structures that exist on the 3D physical plane have had an exact mirror organization on the astral plane, being run by power-mongering human and non-human controllers. The desire to totally enslave the
They
surface
can't
dwellers.
even keep their own fucking story straight.
To
So humans
maintain
are
their
also
power
in
base.
charge of us.
No,
That doesn't
Will,
make any fucking
Will,
sense.
you don't
guess so.
understand. Will, you don't understand.
No, I do not.
The greater 3D plane, not the
Yeah.
one we're living on. The greater 3D
Yeah,
plane.
the greater,
That's
like
that's where
yeah.
they live.
Yeah, yeah,
And
they
they
gotta go
like
up.
they twinkle their toes and they.
Yeah, I'm
they
trying
cast
to.
spells.
I'm trying to convert to Loosh over here. Could you please
Yeah,
like?
stop
Yeah,
discriminating.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Stop
I'm sorry.
discriminating
I'm
out
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is like
Yeah.
asking. This is like asking Joseph Smith to like read what was actually on the tablet. Like, that's my bad.
No,
That's
but he
my bad.
lost the tablets. Will you forgot?
Yeah.
He lost
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Well,
and
I
also,
need- yeah.
this
The
also
golden
applies-
tablet he found in the ground in the middle of Saint.
Utah.
I
So-
actually do think Lush is more believable than Mormonism, but that's besides the point. But
So it should also be noted that this also applies to animals. Like animals are
Oh.
also.
okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
believe that. Animals
Uh,
give off Loosh.
So
Do you
and
think-
apparently this guy Robert Monroe, he came up with it in a quote unquote out of body experience.
Wow. Color that shocking. That's surprising.
Reportedly, so
I would never would have guessed that.
he apparently talked to the light, and reportedly the light told Monroe that when humans die, their energy is released and harvested by trans-dimensional beings who use it to extend their own lifespans. The claim is that the
Dude.
universe is a garden created by these beings as their food source.
Yeah, that makes
Dude.
sense. I believe it.
Dude, this
Yeah,
lore goes
that checks out.
crazy. Do they fight each other?
subscribe.
Like, is there beef in the astral plane?
Yeah. So yeah. Who's like
Yeah.
who's the top dog?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Let's see. So, according to Monroe's story, animals are intentionally positioned on this planet to feed on plants and on each other, thereby releasing the life force of their victims so it can be harvested. In a predator-prey struggle, exceptional energy is produced in the combatants. The spilling of blood in a fight-to-the-death conflict releases this intense energy, which the light beings call Loosh. Loosh is also harvested from the loneliness of animals and humans, as well from the emotions engendered when a parent is forced to defend the life of its young. Another source of Loosh is humans' worship. According to Monroe's informant, our creators, the cosmic energy farmers, intentionally equipped animals with devices like fangs, claws, and
The CEF.
super speed in
Super
order to
speed.
Yes.
prolong
Yes.
predator-prey combat and therefore produce more Loosh.
So
In
true,
other words,
so true.
the greater the
So
suffering,
you're telling
the
me
more life
superheroes
force
are
is
true.
spewed from our bodies.
So it's Hellraiser. Like they're just trying to torture everything now. Like, when are the Cenobites showing up? Like,
really,
Dude,
Those are the
really-
greater astral beings.
you're
Amazing
right.
questions.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't question
I
that.
have a greater astral being. It's called Tiamat. How do you think they feel about that?
Well, Tiamat actually has 5 heads,
let's-
therefore it's actually 5
Oh, that's greater
astral
suffering.
beings.
Yeah, you're so
Yeah.
right.
So,
Let's
and,
see.
and like,
They probably fuck with Tiamat. They're probably cool with it.
yeah, they
Let's
chill,
see.
they fist each other up, like they fist bump up.
Yes.
There's not a lot of information. This is like I'm
No,
on
that's
Reddit.
okay. I can
okay.
I can start the
Well,
the
exactly,
secret
well,
space program.
I'll do research on if I can find if there's like a hierarchy system.
Okay, so in the meantime, I can tell you all about the secret space program, which I was reminded of listening to this. And this theory posits, I have not watched the video on this in a very long time, so I might get some small details wrong. Just a heads up.
You
If you guys
better not.
want a really good video about someone breaking this down, I would recommend How I Infiltrated a Bizarre Conspiracy Cult by Oki's Weird Stories. It's a really good video, really funny. But basically, the secret space program is this idea that the Nazis, yes, discovered ancient technology and sent themselves to space before Hitler took control and went all anti-Semitic. So these are space Nazis that don't like Hitler and are cool. For some reason, when they crafted this conspiracy, they chose Nazis. Out of any group, I don't know.
I feel like
Um,
Nazis and cool should not go next to
Yeah,
each other.
no, I agree. I agree with you. But they chose Nazis for some reason. And so the whole point of this group is that there's like the secret space program which fights against the organization and their control for
The
human dominance.
organization.
Yes. So people believe that they are from the future and they were trained to fight against the organization. They've been sent to Earth to fight. So some people think that they're actually like half wolves in the future. They were part wolf and that they've been sent back in time and that they're a super soldier. Some people believe that they're different people from history who were taken by the secret space program for like being cool enough. So like Oki in that video I mentioned, he pretended that.
This is like the problem with this conspiracy theory is it's just too complicated.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, it's insane. It's insane.
Like
I'm
I
sorry,
need one that's less complicated.
Loosh was not complicated?
No,
Yeah,
because-
wait, what? How
no,
is this not more
because-
complicated than Loosh?
No, because it is. That's what I'm saying.
But you're saying
no, how
Loosh
is
was
this
not
not more
complicated.
complicated than Loosh? And I was saying, yeah, exactly. It's too complicated. Like Loosh makes sense, right? They set up a farm, right?
Are you
Set up a
are you
farm.
actually dumb?
The CEF sets up a farm.
I don't know, guys. We can't
To
really
farm
prove
your-
this isn't real. We can't really
Exactly.
prove this isn't
To
real.
farm your
You
emotions.
are right, Noah.
To farm
So
your
true.
emotions.
So
We
true.
can't
And
prove that this
then-
isn't how it works.
And that just makes sense, right? It's simple, it's to the point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas this is like we have to go through so many hurdles here, you know what I'm saying? Thank
Yeah,
you.
we got
I forgot
space
that
Nazis from the
there's-
future.
I forgot that there's like
That are half
vampires and
wolf
werewolves
Yeah.
in this. One guy, I'm like reading the comments in this video to try to remember stuff. Yeah, at one point the guy who's like doing this research, he's black, and one of the guys tells him, "Well, black people take different programming," which was crazy. It's a really entertaining video.
Also,
I really
did you almost just say the main character?
well,
in
I meant like
regards to a-
well, because he makes his own story to like infiltrate them. So he says that
God.
he's a reincarnation of Yasuke, the Black Samurai, and
Got
that's
it.
like who he was in the past. But and now he's been sent to keep fighting the organization. But yeah, that's a fascinating video. Highly recommend. As I said, it was how. Oh, hold on. Let me get to how I infiltrated a bizarre conspiracy cult. I'm probably gonna rewatch it after this podcast.
Link in the description down below.
I-
you gotta
I,
put that now.
We gotta put Curtis Connor's video in there too. Then
Alright, you guys send those to Matt.
Okay,
Wait,
find
but,
me the links. I'll put them
I'll
in
put
the
them in the
description.
doc. I'll put them in the doc.
yeah.
I'll put mine in the doc. Noah can put
Yeah,
his.
I'll put. But I did find a little bit more information.
On.
On Prison Planet theory. So, this is off of Reddit. So like, I don't know like how like accurate this information is, but it's
Oh,
from.
That's where I get all my news information from. Let's go.
This is
Yeah.
from. I hope
That
this
and
works for
4chan.
now or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
so what I could gather from this is that some people think that these astral like gods that like are created us and stuff and who run the prison are these mantis creatures.
Okay.
Which they think is that why they think this is because of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, in which
Okay.
in which the gods look like little like bug things, and they're also called mantis surgeons, and it's actually possible to break the illusion and see them, but you gotta get there by.
So
you
is this
guessed
like a
it.
they live subplot line? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, but
you have to
You have
break
to-
the illusion by wearing glasses, and then you're like,
You ha-
oh, I see them.
you have to trip nutsack on DMT, shrooms,
Oh,
or
yeah.
LSD.
Yeah.
There we go. I was
Yeah,
literally, I kid you not,
yeah.
Noah. I kid you not. I was about to say, you have to do LSD to find
You
out.
you have to.
You have
Yeah.
to break your.
Is
you
it
have
all
to-
three or one?
It's just like DMT is like the suggested one,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah,
shrooms
obviously.
but
Yeah.
shrooms and LSD are like accepted. You know they'll take
Got
it.
it.
I mean,
it.
DM just a little bit, gets you pretty far.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, man. Jeez, man.
I don't know.
Alright,
It's
well,
pretty.
That was a
pretty
good.
fun.
That was a good rabbit hole.
That was
I
a
liked
good.
that. I liked that.
How do I copy
um,
the link to? Oh wait, yeah, never mind.
You
If
got
you
this, Noah.
you got it. Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
All right, who's the
I
next?
suppose I'll bring up my point. So recently,
And
I've
actually,
been.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
never
I'm
mind.
gonna go now. I'm gonna go now. Before
Oh,
you
you're
start.
leaving.
Oh,
Just,
Noah's
just
out of
before
here.
you start. Just before you start.
Oh, he's gonna go
Um,
watch his
You
Jake
can't
Paul
you can't
versus.
wait on the fight for like
Seriously?
another like
like, don't you
10.
have? Aren't there 2 points left?
I don't know.
There's favorite mobile
Is
games
it?
and why, or I won't say it,
Thanks,
but
Noah.
there's 2 points left. Will was able to leave that one time.
Well, I had to leave. I had no choice.
You're
Yeah.
choosing to go watch the Jake Paul versus
It's
Mike
my
Tyson
friend's
fight.
birthday. It's my friend's birthday.
Which one?
My friend Randall.
Okay, have fun. Have fun. Enjoy the
From
fight.
Monsters
Have fun.
Inc., right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
All
bye,
right.
It's all
Noah.
connected.
I'll
It's
see
all
you guys
coming
later.
together. Alright.
All
Alright.
right.
So we're
As
down,
I was
we're down to
saying
Man
three of
down,
us.
man down.
Before Noah went ahead and spoiled, recently I have been getting really bored in one of my classes that I dislike, and I thought,
Fair.
what can I do? I'm
He's
sat
sitting in
here-
lecture hall. He's playing
I'm sitting-
Candy
yes.
Crush. He's
No.
he's
I'm
Man,
playing
sitting
let
there.
him
chess game in the
talk, Matthew.
background.
Let him talk,
Jeez,
bro.
man. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I have my phone. I haven't played a mobile game in a while.
So
I'm
true.
like, let me go ahead and download a couple. And so recently, my life has become devoted to mobile games again,
Okay.
where I go through a constant chain of Clash of Clans,
Okay.
The Sims Mobile,
Okay.
Sim City,
Okay.
Wordscapes.
These are all horrific mobile
It's
games.
awful.
Well,
It's
Clash of
awful, but
Clans
I
is
love
pretty
it.
dope. But
And then the
There's a reason
Pokemon
everybody
trading
quits
card
Clash of
game
Clans.
online.
okay, so here's my
The
advice.
last one was
kid.
kind of fire.
I have 2 pieces of advice. 3, I guess. 1, don't play those games.
Yeah.
No.
2, I have 2 better
Except
games
for the
for
last
you.
one.
Play Marvel Snap
And Rise of Kingdoms.
and BTD 6.
I am not getting on Rise of Kingdoms again. I will die.
Yeah,
I
do not
cannot
play it.
handle that.
But I did just answer the question. I'm assuming you're asking like what
Yeah.
everyone's.
I want to know what everyone's like. Does anyone still like play mobile games on the regular?
So
Yeah, I do.
I really like the New York Times Sudoku specifically.
Okay. Yeah.
I play most of the New York Times games, but like I really like the Sudoku. I like the way they format it. It's very pleasing. So I do Sudokus like literally all the time. I'm like fiending every time it's a new day and I can do a new Sudoku. I'm very happy. And then I also play Marvel Snap in the downtime before some of my classes because the games aren't that long. It's like it's a nice little strategic, whatever. Sometimes
It's
I get
an
really
auto
annoyed.
battler, folks, if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like a card battler game.
Got it.
I enjoy it. It's a good time. So yeah, and then BTD, I have 5 on my phone, but I have 6 on my computer. And you just
Don't have
you
to
can't
pay
go
for
wrong.
those.
Yeah, but it's like $5. Like
I don't have $5.
there's
Yes, you
no
do.
ads. Like yes, you do. Do not lie to me.
Do not lie to us, Caden.
I cannot warrant spending actual money on mobile game.
But it's a good mobile
It
game.
that makes me feel so sad. Like these ones are free. That's why I don't feel bad.
Well, Marvel
They're
Snap
free.
is free.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I like the sort of games where I can just set things to happen 8 hours from now, and then I open it back up, and my new thing has happened.
You see, I hate that. Like Clash
Yeah, I
of
don't
Clans,
like
this
that.
is
I
my
love
biggest
it.
problem with Clash
I
of
love it
Clans.
so much.
2-week-long upgrades.
I finally got to the point where things are taking
That's
a full day.
unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it only
2-week-long
gets
upgrades.
longer.
Unacceptable. The next thing I want to, I guess I'll go over my mobile games.
Please.
I love Crossby Road, right? You can open it up, you can get into
That's
a game
fair.
fast, you can
Yeah.
tap on your phone and you're good. The next one I like playing is Blackjack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that checks out for you.
Matthew the gambling addiction.
And then
Addicted.
Golf Battle. These are
That
the
also
three.
that also
That
checks
also
out.
checks out.
These are the
These
three
feel-
I love.
They all fit Matthew pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do feel like this tells you a lot about the type of person. Like what mobile games they're playing definitely says a lot.
Random shit. I love Wordscape so much.
Yeah, that's the craziest one. Get off of
Wordscape.
What do you
Wordscape.
mean? I love
What are you
Wordscape.
Bro,
doing,
you're not
bro?
an 80-year-old grandma
I
who's like
could
trying to be
be.
hip with her children.
Are you trying to be? That's what you're going for? 80-year-old
I'm on level 80.
Yeah, I'll be
It's hard.
degenerate golf gambler, and you can be 80-year-old grandma, and Will can be I don't know what Will is, like a normal person.
Will's a
like a-
normal one.
Do normal people play Sudoku? Is that the
No.
Oh, that's like I want to say grandpa
My dad, yeah, my
activities.
dad played Sudoku. Like
I
I
got
remember my dad
distracted.
started wearing glasses. He started playing Sudoku.
I just got distracted because I opened Wordscapes and I just realized I was just going. But
We're
anyways,
Caden.
I know. I closed it out as soon as I was like, I haven't been looking at the screen. I've been playing Wordscapes. I closed it out.
Dude.
But like, I feel like mobile games, like, let's get this clear, they're not good a lot of the time.
I mean, yeah.
It depends.
They're not gaming. They're not gaming.
I think
I'll agree.
actually, like, some legitimately are. Like, I actually legitimately do think the Balloons TD games are, like, legitimately actually good.
Yeah.
But
I
are
agree.
they? Is it? Would you call that gaming?
Matthew
Yes.
and I literally play Balloons TD6 on our PCs.
For,
So,
like,
What do you
six-
yes.
mean? What do
For
you
like
mean?
6 hours.
6
6 hours?
We had a
Jesus.
6-hour long run.
What?
I don't think it was 6 hours, but
It was no. It was bare minimum of 4 because we started at
Oh my
8 p.m.
God.
and we went to 12. There's
I thought it was like 2 hours. I did not think it was that long.
No, it was 4. It was at
Was it
least
actually?
4.
Hold
Yes.
on. I'm checking my hours. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. There's no way. There's actually no way it was that long.
See, I don't devote that much time because
Oh
the
my
games
God,
I
wait.
play was it
Oh my God,
4
maybe
hours?
it was because I'm at 22 hours of playtime on that now, and it's definitely not close to that before.
BTT6, I'm at
What
40.4
the fuck?
hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Over a
gaming right
day.
there. That's gaming right
Oh
there.
my
Almost.
God.
So yes, Caden, I do believe those are real games.
Good for you.
I don't feel that way about Homescapes.
No, Wordscapes, no Homescapes.
Wow,
big-
what a
big
big
difference.
difference.
big
Yeah, big
difference.
difference. Big difference. Big difference. Fuck
Homescapes is the matching game.
I know the difference. I'm
I'm playing the word game.
gonna hit you.
Yeah, you can fly across the Pacific.
I think
To hit
if you're not gonna play
yes.
either of those, at least play Plants vs Zombies.
Plants vs Zombies. I'll
That's
just
like
pay
an
for that
OG.
too.
It's a little
No.
too OG. Just a little too
I remember
OG.
watching my
I feel
friend play it on Xbox 360 back when I was 6.
Yeah, that was the vibe. I did that as well. Yeah.
I did not.
There was this like hide
Um,
and seek game that we played on his Wii U where you were hiding on the little gamepad so he couldn't see you, and then
Oh,
he was
yeah.
on the TV like trying to find you in this like big maze. I remember that being really fun.
Oh yeah, on Nintendo Land where you're playing
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
Mario
yeah.
Chase.
I like really
That
want
game
to
is
play
so
that
much
again,
fun.
but no
I
one
never
has a
got-
Wii
I
U.
never
I
got-
have a
never
Wii
got
U
the
back
Wii U.
home.
I
We're
never
playing
got
When
the
it,
we
Wii
kid.
U.
Christmas
We're
break,
playing
we're
it. You
playing
and
it.
me. You and me, kid.
I never got the Wii U. I like how we say I like how we never say where we're from, even though we don't live there anymore.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it.
Never.
It's a bit now. It's a bit now. Now I'm committed.
Yeah, Noah's gonna drop it one day. I bet.
I'll link it episode 280.
You or Noah?
Me?
I'll link
You
it
think I'll
episode
say it?
280.
I think it'll be Caden and Noah.
Nah.
I don't
Noah
know.
spoils things. He'll spoil that.
Well, we can just edit it out if he accidentally said it.
That's true.
It's like redacted, like Matthew in post like just says redacted and everything he
Redacted.
says gets
But like
pulled
that,
out.
you have to say redacted.
Yeah, if there's ever
Okay,
random redacted, you know what we're
Well, on the
censoring.
topic of video games, I wanted to talk about another style of games,
Okay.
which is party games, like games you play
Party-
with your friends. The
like
games are
Jackbox,
made to be
or-
playing with your friends. It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of sort of
assume
like a
like
mixture.
Mario Party,
So when
Mario
I'm-
Kart. No.
So
Oh.
what I'm saying is,
Someone's in the apartment. Got
no,
me.
so what I'm saying is like games like Risk, like Jackbox, like these games that are meant to be played with other people,
Like
basically.
in the
Yeah.
room together.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and like, why are these games so fun? Because you think about games, right? And you think about Overwatch 2. Man, what a shitty game that is.
That is
Overwatch
not
2
my
just
first thought.
sucks. Yeah, that's a bad.
Man,
that's
what
just
a
a
bad
bad
game
game.
that is.
When I think of games,
Apex-
Overwatch 2 is not what
Apex
comes into my mind.
Legends, another bad game, right?
Yeah, Apex
Like,
Legends
why
is
are
also
these games
trash.
so bad? Well, it's because they're bad and they suck, right? And they're
True.
no
Yeah.
fun. They're no fun.
Sure.
This is so
You
true,
don't
Matthew.
you don't even have fun playing with your friends, right? But these
Okay.
games that are less complicated, that didn't have as much effort put into them, why are they so fun? And I've come to this conclusion. It's because you're making the content. So
Well,
since
yeah.
you're making the content, you're making it fun for yourself.
But that's why like Jackbox games are like really good because every time you play a Jackbox game, it'll be very different, even if the Jackbox game itself isn't. Especially with something like TKO or Quiplash, like
I
that's
feel
like
like-
very hyper specific. You don't
But I
think
feel
so?
like Quiplash answers always end up like with the same 3 things.
Yeah, because of our friend group. But
Because
like
no, that's like
a
everyone.
different friend group. I
No,
don't
no,
think.
no, no, no. Everything I see online about Quiplash is the same shit that we say.
No, but
Oh, well.
we're more fun.
I think
we're
I
more
think
fun.
I think that's just the fun part of that. I think other party games like something like a Mario Kart or like a
I
Mario
love
Tennis.
I
Like
love
I think
Mario
those
Kart,
are
Mario
fun
Party.
because like you can get competitive, but there's also not really that big stakes.
Mario
So
Party
like,
destroys friendships.
well, yeah, Mario Party fucking sucks, and I'm never playing it again. But
I have
like when you
the
lose,
urge.
like if you lose the game of Overwatch or Apex, that's like potentially like half an hour of your life that you just fucking wasted on a trash game. Like if you lose at Mario Tennis, you could like, it's not that deep.
You start up the next one. You're like,
Yeah,
let's go.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not that deep, and then
Dude,
like you can get into it, and
I
yeah.
miss Mario Kart. I want to play Mario Kart so bad.
I've played. I, People here really like Jackbox. I'm not sure why it's so popular, but like at every like party I go to, we play Jackbox.
I have not
Um,
played Jackbox since we left. Like last time
wow.
I played it, I think was at your house.
I guess Hawaii is just boring. I don't know what to tell
Okay,
you.
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
takeaway.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it since your house either. But we played something very similar to it last night. It was fun.
True. The Discord game. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
not
keep seeing that.
as fun because you're not in person and you're not like there's not the mode where it's like you present your like T-shirt or whatever. I find that game mode very.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. There was a cool one I played called Talking Points. I don't own this Jackbox game, and someone else owned it. But it like gives you like you choose an impromptu speech topic, and someone else has to like give a
No.
speech on it, and it was really
Not
funny.
impromptus.
It's really funny, but it's like something you write in. So like
Okay.
I give a speech about why you're not the problem and Chem 151 is, which is like the big weed out chem class here.
Okay.
And it was really funny. So.
You know what? Chem 151 for us is chemical thinking, and that's like the easier chem class that you take if you're not
I don't
becoming
even-
like a Chem E or an
I don't even
environmental
know
engineer.
what our Chem 151 is.
I mean, Chem 151 is like still pretty basic, but
I think-
the chemistry department just hates everyone here. So,
I think Chem 171 is what everyone takes.
the major that I always get the most confused about is when someone tells me they're a chem major, and I'm like, why would you subject yourself to that? Like,
I thought about doing that.
there's no fucking way.
Well,
There's actually zero way.
So
What do you
I'm a Chem
mean?
E, and so I like chemistry, so I could see it. But it's not something I want to do, right?
Chem
like that's why
51
it's a
is
Chem
elementary
E,
survey
like
of
chemical
chemistry.
engineer.
So this is like the easiest Chem class. Chem 151.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
Chem
as I said,
151
it's
is the
still like
easy
an
one.
entry level, but it's still like unreasonably difficult here.
191 is I believe the Chem E for it's the Chem for chemical engineers and environmental engineers, and that one's pretty tough. So I have an A though, so shout out
Good
Mr.
for
Well,
you.
you're just-
Good for
Bro's
you.
bro's just cool like that. But yeah, I
Yeah.
would agree that party games are fun because like you're making the content. I agree.
They are fun. And I
think
wish
it's a
to
good
play
solution.
more soon.
Well, just tell
Okay,
people to play.
so
I know.
we wanna thank y'all for listening to the episode.
Yes,
Thank you so
if you made
much.
it this far, thank you.
Feel free to smash that like button, ring
yeah.
that bell, click
we don't
subscribe.
have to. We don't have to do this.
Comment down below
I love doing
content
it.
you want to see in the future.
Yeah, please, if you want
Please
to.
tell us how the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight went.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
have
I
to
won't
know.
know.
We
I
have
won't
to
know
tell
for the next
Matthew.
18
Yeah.
years of my life.
The next
Um,
18 years.
Yeah, because we actually upload these every 18 years.
Do we?
Yeah.
Speaking of uploading every 18 years, Caden, when's your show ever gonna come back?
Yeah.
What, the Pokemon Let's Play?
The audience is waiting for that one, Caden.
There's 3 things recorded in the back. I just gotta sit down and keep going.
Bravo, this guy
I'll get to
stinks.
it.
That's a lie,
brother,
folks.
this
That's
guy
what he tells me.
stinks.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I'll get to
anyway,
it.
this guy tells me the same thing every day. I ask him about this. He never gets to it. Anyway, guys, remember, chunk it out.
No.